Hello guys, just hold 1 second. We're gonna start right now. Hello. Welcome. Give me 1 second guys, because I am going to share this video in our group. For some reason, it's not showing up in the fan page, so that means I may be making this video in the wrong place. Oh no, it's working, it's live. All right, here we go. Just give me a second. Sharing as me and the group. Akashic Records Institute. If you are here and you're not in our Akashic Records Institute, here is, you just have to go into Akashic Records Institute and look for it on Facebook, and that should take you to our group, our big group. So welcome. I'm Patricia Misakian, founder of the Akashic Records Institute and creator of Let Your Soul Purpose Guide You, a journey to reconnect to your wisdom through the Akashic Records. And it's a big honor to be here with you this Thursday. I have a few announcements, so let me start. And we're gonna do a reading for the week today. So I'm gonna explain a little bit about that for you. So I have a confession. I've been playing with and studying the law of time, which means, so basically, the law of time works with the 13 moons, like we have 13 moons in a year. And originally, we used to have 13 months, but now the Gregorian calendar, we have 12 months. So basically, it's a shift of rhythm that I decided to make into my life, where every week I count the weeks according to the moon. And it doesn't mean that changes that many things. What I notice, I've been doing this for 2 months now, and what I've noticed is that I got into this vibration of synchronicity as I start, connecting to the energy of that particular week and following and noticing what shows up in my life. And I also started doing this in the group healing sessions that I do on Thursdays. So every Thursday I have a group of participants where they come to connect with me, and we do we offer a Akashic clearing. So it's a group healing session. It's very powerful. And since the last 2 months, I started incorporating the energies for that particular week. So basically, I will share a little bit about it now, and then we're going to go into the reading of the week. So that's what is coming. What is going to affect you is that I'm no longer going to, now that I was like in my internal world experiencing, I want to bring that to you. So basically, we are no longer offering the reading for the week on Sunday. We are going to offer on Thursday. So it just, for me, no longer makes sense to open the energy of the week in the Sunday, since today is really when this, this 4th phase of this moon that we are working on starts. So it has no sense for me no more to work on Sunday for opening energy of the week, because I'm no longer, connecting with 30 days, 29 days, 31 days, or whatever. So I invite you to do the same if you choose, or if you want to keep doing it on Sunday, you can watch this recording on Sunday. So you choose whatever fits you. But basically, this Thursday is the last quarter, the last week of this moon. And this moon that we are working on in this month is the moon of service. So looking at what way, what form of action you want it to be in service. And today, we close this energy that starts this week for the next 7 days. And the intention is to connect with the now. So we did a powerful Akashic clearing with that intention this morning. And this afternoon, I was doing some work for the class that I'm teaching tomorrow. And I really received the guidance, okay, it's time to really make this shift now here too. I started shifting with my students, and now I'm going to make the shift here on my page and for everyone. So it's your choice. What I'm going to do, I'm always going to bring this, what moon we are working on, what is the intention of the moon, and what week, what is the energy for this week. And I'm following the law of time. So this is nothing that I created. It's just I'm just connecting with the energy of the moon and the energy that supports the moon on that week, right? And so this week we are working on the power of now. So with that, I want to invite you to open the energy for the week with me. And in order to do that, I'm going to bring the Oracle deck, the Sacred Crystal Codes Oracle deck, and we're going to still going to choose 3 cards. So I want to invite you to close your eyes and bring your attention to your heart. If you're new to those readings, if you're new to my world, welcome. Just follow along and you're going to be just fine. So you're going to bring your attention to your heart. You're going to close your eyes and think about your present situation, whatever is going on in your life. Think about something that is being, calling your attention. And you're going to ask that you receive exactly what you need to hear to support you in this moment in your life. So in a moment, I'm going to share with you 3 cards, card number 1, card number 2, and number 3. So let one of these 3 numbers come to you now. And there is no right or wrong. Once you have one of these numbers, comment below. And we're going to get 3 cards. So comment below here. And when you're ready, we are going to check what are the cards. Let me get my manual here. All right, Sonia said number 1. Don't be shy. Comment what number you are choosing, 1, 2, or 3. And the first card, I'm going to start with number 1. The first card brings the message of acceptance. This oracle comes into your life to invite you to celebrate all that you are. Celebrate life and all colors that surround you. Open yourself to feel and be the joy that you are searching for. Is there any situations or people in your environment that you're resisting? So this card also brings the message that what you are resist persists. So celebrate the differences and even what annoys you in others, as the main reason that someone may trigger you is just that they are putting a mirror in front of you to bring your attention to something that you're judging about yourself. Once you accept and choose to see the beauty in the situation, you move through life with much more light and joy. So, there are those people that like to point the finger at you or, judge you for something that you have or something that you are or your attitude. So this card reminds you of the importance of be who you are and your authenticity, and that nobody's perfect, right? So if someone doesn't accept a part of you or something that you bring into that relationship, it has nothing to do with you. It's not a statement about who you are and only a statement about who the person is, right? So I believe that if you chose card number 1, is because there is something about this that you need to hear today to empower you to not let anything or anyone define what is possible for you, right? So I remember one time, long time ago, that I had, when I started the Akashic Records Institute, actually, I was, and I still am, I was marketing in Portuguese and in English, right? And of course, English is my second language, it's not my first language. and I was marketing in Portuguese and in English, and for some reason, the results in Portuguese was like huge. So it was always puzzled me how I got so much more attention in Portuguese and in English not. And for me, I had a lot of self-judgment about my English or the way that I talk, or and what was interesting is that I had people also pointing that for me. They were not my students. So anyone that is not, my students had no problem with the way I talk of my English because they knew the transformation that they were receiving, right? But people that were like colleagues or people that didn't really knew my work would say, oh, maybe you should just do your work in Portuguese or whatever, right? And I'm so glad that I did not let that in, because that it was just their judgment, had nothing to do with me or the work or the value that I bring to my clients, right? So, but in the beginning of my work, of course, that affected me. And I let for a while that, I let those thoughts be my own until the moment, the day that I chose to have a different approach, the day that I chose to look at, I'm going to show up no matter what language that I'm talking. And by showing up, if I inspire the life of one person, if I impact the life of one person, I'm on purpose. And that's exactly what started happening. And the interesting thing is that before, like, my results in Portuguese were like that and the English were like that. When I changed my mindset, I completely level out. And more than that, not only I started attracting a lot more clients in English, I also start being an inspiration of those that had English as a second language and that maybe were self-confident, they will be like, I don't know. And then they start showing up too. And that is so beautiful, to just show up as you are and inspire others to do the same, right? So the reason I'm sharing this to you is for you to remember, accept everything about you, and know that who you are is exactly who you're supposed to be, to touch the lives that you're meant to touch. No matter what other people think is just their thoughts. And that has nothing to do with who you are, of what you can create in your life. So very important. So this is the message for card number 1. Let me know how that relates for you. And we're gonna go on to card number 2. Sonja said, you were wonderful. Thank you, Sonja. It's true. Thank you for the message. I really needed this. So inspired. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. It's always you. Again, that's my intention when I show up. Sometimes the words come out like, oh, what I'm going to say now, because the words sometimes I can't translate in my head, but it doesn't really matter because I'm on purpose. So, and I know that who is in alignment with this message will receive it, and who is not, well, go somewhere else. So card number 2, if you chose card number 2, this is the card of simplicity. This is the grid of simplicity. And here's the message from this card. This oracle comes into your life to remind you the power of simplicity. Have you ever heard people trying so hard that they lost their way? Less is more. And where in your life are you trying to overcomplicate things? Clarity comes when you stop trying to master perfection, as you are already perfect. So how many times you try something and your immediate judgment of yourself that is not good enough, and then you keep trying, or then you keep trying to add stuff to it, and you keep trying to put more and more, the famous over delivering, and you're actually complicating things instead of simplifying things. So this is the message. If you chose card number 2, this is the message for you. Where are you trying to overcomplicate? Where the answer is actually to simplify. So let me know how card number 2, how this message resonates for you. And the final card, if you chose card number 3, is the card of protection. So let's go to the message for the card number 3, the protection. So too much protection hides your light. We all have moments when we make a contract or an agreement with ourselves or others. And the ego immediately takes over and creates a belief to protect you from getting hurt or in trouble again. When this oracle comes into your life, it's let you know that your heart is ready for healing. You no longer need to separate yourself or hide. So the message from this card is there's really time to let go of all that you're carrying. If it's a resentment, if it's an agreement, if it's an interpretation that you made about a particular story, it's time to choose to let go. So choose a forgiveness technique to clear this contract, because your soul is calling for freedom. It's time to take these protection layers out and really experience life to the fullest. So protection is interesting. It's important to understand about protection. I teach a lot of protection techniques in my healing courses, in my Akashic Records program. But at the same time, it's also important to come back to your sovereignty, right? To understand that if you are holding yourself back from creating something, from showing up in a way that you wanted to show up, right? It may be your ego trying to protect you. So it's time to let go of that. It's time to reconnect to your purpose and take action. And remember the message for this week when I started, right? This energy, the energy of this week that starts today on Thursday. If you're getting confused because I'm talking about the beginning of the week on Thursday, go back to the beginning of this video, then you're going to understand. But this next 7 days, we're going to hold the energy of being in the now, the power of the now. So make sure to align, to be present at every single moment of this week. When you're drinking water, like you really connect to the blessing that you're bringing into your body, to the healing that the water is bringing, connecting to the ability to clear toxins from your body and clear that from your body as you drink water, as the water purifies you, right? Every single thing. When people are talking to you, really pay attention to what they are talking and don't start letting your mind go on to what you're going to do tomorrow or whatever. Just be present. See beyond what the person is saying. Because so many people are just talking out of their mouth, but they are not really connected to their heart, to their mission. And sometimes just by being present with them, it's all that they need. It can make all the difference in their lives. So beautiful. Kelly said that chose number two, but all three resonate. Awesome. Yes, Maggie. Maggie said, card 2 helps me to understand that my frustration is me overcomplicating and putting stress on myself. Yes, powerful. All of these cards speak to me. Thank you. You're so welcome. You're welcome, Diana, and hi, Tony. Beautiful, guys. So thank you for being here. I trust you're going to have an amazing week. Remember to be in the power of the now. If you are confused about me talking about the beginning of the week on Thursday, we're going to stop the video now and you can go back to the beginning of the video. Wishing you an amazing week. For those of you that have not heard about our Soul Purpose program, we are offering a webinar this Saturday. So check it out on top of the page here so you can sign up for this Saturday webinar. It's going to be amazing. We're going to talk about the difference between soul purpose, life purpose. You're going to learn about the Akashic Records and how they can impact your life in so many different ways. So if you have not participated in the webinar yet, make sure to save your seat and I'll see you Saturday. Mwah! Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.